What up, fish people? Welcome to the first ever episode of Friday Night's Lights with me and Chattanooga Ed. It's where we will talk football and fish, believe it or not. We will combine the two. Being as we're going into football season, then on football's over, we'll probably go back to fish, guys. But at the moment, it's going to be football and fish. And we will answer questions on either. So both of us are pretty excited about it. Ed and I have been talking. How long have we been talking about this, Ed? 2 years, 3 years? I mean, it's been
a long time.
Since I've been in Tennessee, we've been talking about this.
Yep.
Speaking of which, is it a week from tomorrow that we're drafting or a week from Sunday?
It's a week from Sunday. It'll be on the 4th.
Okay.
And we'll have one draft at 1 o'clock and one at 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Perfect. So it's 11 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Okay.
Kenny and I will be hosting both of them. And then we'll see if there's anybody from the league that wants to come up. Because I know like Austin's been there the last 2 years. Austin from Fantastic Fish. Or is it Fantastic Freak Fish? Oh my gosh.
The other thing that Ed and I are absolutely excited about is we want to help promote newer channels that are up and coming through the YouTube. It's something I had great pleasure in doing in the past, and it's something I look forward to doing now and in the future. Try to get some of the guys' name out there so people know who they are, what they're keeping, what they're doing, what their specialty is. Have fun with it. And then Ed and I will probably get a little deeper with them and might ask them some questions they're not used to being asked. But if you are going to be a guest on here, be prepared. Because Friday Night Lights will get you.
Yep.
So, Ed, what you been doing today, brother? Anything good?
Oh, my gosh. I've been moving tanks into the house and filters and substrate. I was gifted a huge amount. And you know what? I still have that guy of that name that you gave me. I need to call him. But I'll get back to him in just a second because I just remembered him. But I thought about him when I was getting all this stuff from Rack, and then I forgot about it again. But Rack Cross, he has Rack Cross Studios. You guys got to go check it out. He's only got 24 subs right now, but it's Rack, and he's awesome, and his art's amazing. So he said that he had to have this stuff out, and he asked me if I'd come on Monday, and I said, I got to go to the doctor on Monday. And he said, well, how about Tuesday? So I said, sure, I'll come up and help you clean it out. And I didn't realize I was going to get so much stuff. So, yeah, I got 6 fish tanks from him, a pond filter, like a sump that's big enough for a pond. Oh, my gosh. And a whole bunch of substrates. He's just such a nice guy. And a ukulele.
The ukulele is the best part.
I know. And he gave me a lesson on how to play the ukulele. And it's a naked ukulele. So I get to paint the ukulele and then string it up, and he'll teach me more how to play it.
You know what color you're going to go with yet?
Well, I'm thinking either fish or maybe like a Cthulhu, like a ocean kraken monster, something like that.
So is that going to be one of your Craft Ed shows?
I don't know, because it's going to require really detailed painting. So I'll just make like a 5-minute video and do it fast forward or something.
All right. Before we get too far along, I should run through the hellos. I forgot to do that again. Scotty, what's going on? Only Oscar's coming back as a Oscar in the memberships. Thank you so much, June. Matthew, welcome. The Zen Ginger is here. B Whizzle Aquatics. Epling Creek Aquatics. What's going on, brother? Sky Dancer is here. Hippie John, the fisherman.
Hippie.
George RB3. What's going on, brother? Aquarium Domain. That's kind of a cool name. I like that one.
It is a cool name. I'm bringing up our fantasy football league right now.
Nice. ABC Aquatics, welcome. Jimmy P's in the house. TJ Autocross, welcome. That's your buddy, ain't it? Sage, What's going on?
TJ's awesome.
There's Ryan with PNW Aqua.
The east side.
I am so glad we got him for our treasurer. He is rocking it, man. He's already got everybody's rooms paid for. All the speakers' rooms are paid for. He's already got them all like, give me some receipts. You know, he's just on top of them, man, getting everything done. Daniken Aquatics, can you ask a question about soccer? You said about soccer, most likely, Matthew, will not be part of this show.
But you
I
can
had two
ask
daughters
it,
that play. I can tell you. I had two daughters that played soccer. I went to
soccer.
a lot of games.
You know, I played soccer. I played many seasons of indoor and outdoor. Well, not many seasons of indoor, about 3 years of indoor. And I tell you, it helped me so much with hockey. It's unbelievable because the positioning is very much the same. And I was able to use my skates more than the average guy. Like I would win a face-off by tying their stick up and using my skates to kick the puck, which is totally legal. You just can't kick it in the goal. And there's a few hockey players that play pro that have soccer backgrounds. But yeah, soccer helped me in hockey.
Nice. Mystery Steel Guardians, welcome. DD's Fish Den, Silver Creek Aquatics. Let's see here. Fish Room Fever, what's going on, James? Fish Dreams. Marty, what's going on? Whips World, welcome. Richard Reynolds, hello.
I'm looking at the first part of our league, and I see everybody that has like told me they're going to play, except I need to find out if Big J is going to play. Big J is my one guy that I need to talk to.
New local office says, boo, sports balls on. Thomas Lee, welcome.
I'm going to write that down.
Big Shrimpin, welcome. Chew, welcome. Ray Aquatics, good to see you. Fish and Shrimp by Rich. We got Chris with AquaZone. Al Wet Sox in the house. What's up, Al? Ryan Waite, welcome. Now we got all the cool kids coming in. Skata Noda, what's going on, Miss Sketty Nona? Allison Edwards, I'll remember that name. My last name is Edwards. Good to meet you. Larry D, Mr. Chili himself. There's Johnny with Dan's Fish. Welcome, dude.
Whoops,
yeah, I am stoked about that, man.
Oh, is Ryan was Show Me Your TDs, right?
No, Ryan is with PNW Aqua. PNW Aqua.
That was his team name last year?
Oh, I don't know what his team name was.
I think his name was Show Me Your TDs, like touchdowns.
Oh, show me your, yeah, that was him.
Well, it's Show Me Your TDS.
Right. He's making it fishy, but he means to show him your TDs, so, or your STDs in some of those cases. But Mike, what's going on, Mr. Universe? Paul McCarthy, welcome, Bunny. Ryan Waite. And I think I'm getting to the bottom. Bates and Genetics, what's going on? Bates, and that just reminded me, call me after the stream, man.
I need to figure out who Dragon's OK team is.
Dragon. Who was Dragon last year? I don't remember. My first thought would have been Haley, but I don't think she plays football.
No, it wasn't Haley or Dragon Lair. And Dankleberries. I haven't, the guy who played him always has like an upside down footprint of a lizard. I haven't seen him for a while.
Well, I would say open it up if they haven't responded. I mean, we got a draft this coming Sunday, so.
Well, they were given a choice to drop out.
And they didn't drop?
They didn't drop.
But have they checked their email is the question.
That's the question. That's why I'm trying to find out. And then I also have the new guys. Both leagues are going to have 12 teams.
Nice. I would send those two guys a message, Ed, saying if we don't hear from you by blah, 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 I would tell them like Tuesday so we can get some people in. if they want. I'll mention it on my. Speaking of which, to my members, I apologize. It's looking like I will finally be able to do another member stream this Tuesday. Finally, we've had just a mess of a week, man. Started off Monday getting the call, and a guy that influenced me big in playing football and was always at all the games, was very supportive of me and one of my good friends back east. He died. So yeah, it was like losing a second father, man. It was pretty bad. And then I get off that phone call. And
was his name Lynn Dawson?
No, his name was Mr. I always called him Mr. C. But the dude looked identical to Kenny Rogers.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, it was so bad, like if he went anywhere with this dude, people would stop and want an autograph because they thought he was really Kenny Rogers.
Wow.
So,
or the gambler.
And then one of my good friends, high school friends, called me. She used to live here, and then she was in Hawaii or there anyway. She came home late Monday night from work to find her man had hung himself in their house.
Oh, my gosh.
So she's on her way to Portland. I'm going to go to breakfast with her tomorrow. That's going to be interesting.
Man, people are just dropping all around you.
Yeah, I'm scared to have friends anymore, I tell you.
I know.
But yeah, it's been a challenging week for us, to say the least, for the wife and I. So,
well,
but the good news is I have moved to band exercises now.
Oh, wow.
So I'm starting to get
how you play your cymbals?
No, these rubber band things, man.
I thought you were joining a marching band.
No. The bands are for the rehab to start building this shoulder up where I can hopefully. He said no. I asked him if I could take my 15-pound ball and start practicing, throwing it back behind me. And he's like, no. So I have to start with the rubber bands and gradually work my way up to strengthening now.
Now, I used to take 3 different bowling balls to the bowling alley. I had 2 15s and 1 16. What are your opinions on the weights of balls for bowling balls?
I converted to 15 pounds about 10 years ago. Best decision I ever made. I feel in terms of control, accuracy, the lighter weight gives you the ability to put 1, more speed on the ball, and 2, just pinpoint accuracy.
I think I'm so with you there. The only time I used my 16-pound ball was like the ball I had in college. And it had a solid core, so it didn't do any curve at all, no action. And so I wanted to just knock down, if I would hang 1 pin up on one end or the other, I would let that rip.
Right.
Because I could get the nice straight angle across and hit.
I have a Viking spare ball, but I never use it. I grew up, it was taught by a bowler where I can flatten my hand completely out, and I can throw it to 10 or to 7 and perfectly straight, just flattening my hand. So when I went to the spare ball, because everybody said you should do a spare ball, because I'm so used to doing that, it wouldn't do what it was supposed to do. It would just fall off at either side. I don't want to retrain myself down.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You're too old.
Way too old. My teammates wanted me to start bowling left-handed so I wouldn't have to. I'm president of the league down here and everything else. I have to give up that now because I got to miss. I'm out for 18 months of bowling. I can't even. So 2 full years of bowling I'm going to miss.
Think of your horrible handicap. Left-handed handicap, and you get to keep what you used to be. What are you, like a 210 bowler?
Between 210, 220. So.
That's awesome. You kicked my butt. I think I was about averaging 195 was the best I ever got.
Oh, so here comes John Select that saying, Kenny E learned to bowl before there were finger holes.
John's so awesome.
What's going on there, Jenna? Miss Jenny Lynn just came in.
Hey, Jenny Lynn. She won my So last night's stream was a backfire for me. I had a couple of things go wrong with my craft that made it so it wasn't crafty. I think the main thing was the water got cold, and then I used a type of paint in there that wasn't the same type of fusion. It was called Fusion, Krylon Fusion, but it had a foam in it, and I think it messed up all the water surface. But I did make this cool little pot for Jenny Lynn.
Nice.
It's just kind of cool. And if she doesn't like it, she can just throw it away.
I told Danny that she should go on your show and craft with you one of these nights.
Oh, boy, that would be wonderful.
She loves crafting. She does a ton of different stuff.
Oh, wow.
Maybe when you come here, she'll fire up the old kiln for you. You can do some raccoon kilning with her.
Oh, my gosh. You guys have a kiln?
We have that. She has, dude, you can see the progressions of Danielle's hobbies. I mean, she's got like her rock stuff in this corner, her other stuff in this corner. Soon to be the fish tanks will be stacked somewhere and she'll be moving on somehow. But I'll keep the tanks. The tanks are going to stick around. Although the thing about fish tanks, there's always something she can change and make it different. So it keeps her entertained.
Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, gosh. No. Well, yes. I just read what Select Pet wrote.
What'd he write?
He said, so Ed's handing out pot. A pot.
Hey, that's not even an issue out here in Oregon, brother.
Yeah. But, well, I was once offered a great big kiln, and I wish I would have got it right away because it was given to this horse ranch behind my house, and they just left it outside, and all the internals got rusty and everything and just was wasted.
Yeah, I think they're down to just one now. She had a regular kiln, and then she had one that's made specifically for raccoon. And then she had this other big one. It had like this chain I had to pull up like this to get the thing to come up.
Oh, wow.
And that one would hold like 20 pieces in it. But let me see if I can find something. She did raccoon. Hold on. I don't know if that one is or not.
Does she throw salt on them or anything like that? Or
well, I think for like the raccoon, I think she does the.
Oh, wow.
She does the leaves.
Oh, okay.
She'll save up a bunch of oak leaves and stuff or whatever, and then when she's ready to do the raccoon stuff, she'll take a handful of them because the thing's burning hot. The stuff in there is burning hot. So you throw the leaves on them, and then whatever pattern lands on as it's burning up, it leaves that pattern on the.
Well, I used to have a friend that would do that, but he threw salt on them when they're super, super hot, and the salt would melt into the glaze. Like it would turn to glass. And it was so weird and cool looking. Pretty neat. But I've never seen leaves done. That'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, I've seen her do it. She takes leaves and just throws them on it.
I wonder if you could throw dead fish on there and little dead fish symbols on there.
Oh, Bateson says he's got a big kiln too.
Oh, man. Now, where do you live?
He lives out here by me.
Dadgummit.
He lives real close.
We had a pottery store here in my town. It was real close to that monkey brewery I took you to. But it shut down over the COVID. They couldn't stay open. But you could go and bring your pottery there, and they would cook it for you. It was pretty cool.
Funny Viper says the Native Americans used to use horsehair for that.
Oh. Well, that's cool. I bet the horses didn't like it being yanked out of them. Just saying. Well, she says that dead fish would stink.
I think it's kind of what I was thinking too. It would probably get a rather nasty smell to it.
But she's talking about throwing horsehair on things. I bet you.
You know, we're
Air
sitting here
smells
talking about
very
stuff
good.
burning, and now I'm smelling leaves burning.
You need to take a run around your house?
Yeah, I might. I smell something burning. Hold on.
Okay, well, while he's gone, I'm going to talk more fantasy football. I'm sorry, guys. I know that everybody doesn't love talking about fantasy football, but what we're going to do is we'll have 2 leagues of 12, and we'll do one show at 11, one at 12. If you want to come up and talk with Kenny and I, you're more than welcome. I know the league where we have Austin from Fantastic Fish. I'm sure he'll come up. I'm pretty sure that Scott from Alien World, he'll come up. I decided to talk real quick about the league. And so if anybody is interested and they want to come up, you're more than welcome to goof around. But you're going to be drafting at the same time, so it could be stressful.
And we were, so y'all know, Lefty was feeling a little tired. I guess he put 3 or 4 12-hour days in a row, so he was toast and wasn't able to join us this evening. He called me with a few hours to spare.
I didn't know Lefty was coming up. Well, I was supposed to do a show with Lefty, but he was stuck at work because we do the Lefty Variety Show from 4 to 6 on Fridays, and he wasn't able to do it. Poor guy. But it's cool that he's got his own classroom this year.
Oh, yeah. Snoochie Booch, what's going on? Texas Fish Room, welcome. And Lady Diane.
Awesome. I'd love to try to make one of those, or have one of those giant fish tanks that he gets. Oh my gosh, Austin got a giant 500-gallon fish tank yesterday too.
Yeah, he was saying that on his show the other day. He was getting crazy. One. Did he decide what he's putting into it yet?
I think he's putting his Fajaca in there.
He's going to give 500-gallon to a Fajaca?
Unless it's a Mabu that he's putting in there.
Does he have a Mabu?
I don't think he has one yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste a 500 on a Fajaca. I mean, I've been debating whether I'm going to keep mine in the 125 much longer because he stays in like this much space of it, you know? So I'm thinking, okay, I've got a couple 100-gallon talls. Maybe I'll put them in that and use the 125 for fish at like the length, you know?
John said he gave up on Lefty's show today at about 5:30. That's probably when I did too. I was just waiting for him to give me a call to see if he was going to go. But he was stuck. He had to call all the parents of the children in his classroom today. Kind of dumb.
It's bad for us, but it's great for Lefty because he's been wanting his own classroom for how long? I mean, so careers-wise, it's an awesome thing for Lefty, but it sucks for us. But
yeah, I think it stinks that they make this teachers call all the parents. I don't think they ever did that when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, my teachers, well, I was a troublemaker, though, so I was always getting called.
I'll ask my mom if the teachers ever called her.
I mean, I'm the kid that when I get a detention, take it back the next day. And my teacher pulled a fast one on me because we had just done a fundraiser. And my mom had wrote a check for the fundraiser. And she compared the signatures and noticed they had it matched and didn't say a word to me and waited until the teacher conferences, then just laid it out, just hammered me.
That's a shame.
Well, I got taught a painful lesson that might put me in jail one day.
Well, you're a better man now. My brother, his first day of high school, got suspended for smoking in the dugout.
Oh, God.
On his first day of high school. Unbelievable. And the coaches hated it when kids used his dugout for anything other than sports, you know. So Tim didn't know that, and that the baseball coach is always watching his dugout to make sure there's no beer cans or cigarette butts in there.
The other trick when we were kids is mom and dad's liquor, you get into it and then just water it down each time after you get done. I mean, just make it look like it's full again. The stuff you got away with. And
did they ever find out?
oh, well, here's what's funny is my great-grandfather was over, and he's the one that would drink the whiskey. So he took a shot of it, and he made a funny face. Yeah. So my dad took it. She goes, mother, started cursing. He's like, I mean, immediately, he didn't even ask any of the other brothers. Started chasing me, dude. He knew who the guilty party was.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
Oh. But my grandpa wasn't going to say nothing, When I was 17 or 18, I guess I was 18 then, I was going up north for the last time before I headed off to the Marines. Well, me and my buddy brought like 6 cases of beer with us. And neither one of us were 21, shouldn't have had beer. But nobody knew that particular friend of mine, it was my best friend growing up, was one of the people that got grandfathered in for Wisconsin because he turned 18 before they turned to 21. So he was grandfathered in. So he would give us all we needed, and we'd go up north. And so anyway, my great-grandpa comes out. He goes, what you boys got in them there coolers? Oh, we got some sandwiches. We got sandwiches in there, Grandpa. He goes, oh, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. Let me see what kind of sandwiches you got. That sucker reached in there, and he grabbed a 6-pack of our Heineken. That was my favorite type of sandwiches, and headed off to he had this little odd house that he hung out in when he wanted to stay away from Grandma. Snatched our beer, man, but never said a word. My mom and dad, to this day, never knew it happened.
Well, okay, I'm not trying to get political on this, but it's something I just don't understand. Why is it illegal to drink alcohol at 21, but you can join the forces, the military, and die for the country at 18?
Well, the beautiful thing about that, Ed, is when you're in the service, it doesn't matter what age you are. The E-Clubs, you can have beer. They won't let you have hard liquor, but they will serve you beer at the E-Club.
Well, but I mean, like, if there was actually a draft, you could be drafted
to die for your country. I understand now.
And I just don't understand why the ages are different. Except, I know anybody who's had a loss from a drunken driver is saying, well, it gets more drunks off the road, which I'm sure is right. But, man, I've never understood that. But I don't think there's ever going to be enough voting population under 21 to change it.
No. Not to mention, I would like to see an exception. If you are serving your country, you come home on leave, you show military ID, you get a beer, period. I don't necessarily want to open it up for all the kids out there because there's kids that are immature for 18 that probably shouldn't have it,
Yeah. Well, and the military does grow people up, too.
Instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm with you. It does. What? Aquatic Universe Mike says they'll no longer serve people under 21. Even the E-Club won't do it no more. Well, that bites.
Well, I guess that probably just goes along with them nullifying what the GI Bill does.
Yeah, I wonder when they changed that because you could drink when I was in.
Wow.
That's probably crazy. Enough underagers were getting in enough trouble they had to cancel it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, I'm sorry.
I stand corrected then.
I didn't mean to get political and stuff. I don't know if that was any sides, but it's just something political that always scratches my head.
That's not political.
Good. So, anybody have an amazing fish question to ask Kenny? You want to see what I bought yesterday for fish tanks?
What'd you get now?
I know it sounds crazy that I buy something, but since I just got all that hard stuff, I didn't get any hardscapes or plants, so that's why I got this.
Huh. Mike says
check this out. This is just it's pure plastic, but I think it's supposed to look like that moss that grows in the trees, Spanish moss or French.
So what are you getting that for something to lay eggs in?
I was thinking about look, some other plant got stuck in there. But I was thinking it would be like a guppy grass if I don't use lights in a particular tank.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that Mitchell Broomer. Oh man, Broomer. Mitchell Broomer. He's the master breeder from Atlanta. He was at the Triple Crown. I waved at him and said hi to him. He uses a lot of artificial plants because he just doesn't keep lights on every single thing in all of his fish tanks. And he uses artificial grass. He also uses like a lot of Christmas stuff. He uses a ton of Christmas garlandy stuff for his tanks, but it works. So I'm not going to argue with a guy that's master.
Lady Diane, you had to go to Wisconsin.
Bunny Viper. This is solid green. It doesn't have any paint or anything on it, and it's solid plastic. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It says $19.99, but it's floral, so it's always half price, 50% off.
Now, do you know what's going to be in that to make sure it's going to be safe for your tank?
I think generally just normal plastic's okay, but I will test it first.
What's up, Regina? Welcome. Lori.
It was made in China, so it has to be good. But there's no metal in it. I will test it though before I put. Oh, I'm sorry, Nico. That scared Nico. He was laying on the floor giving himself a bath when I threw that. None of it hit him though. But yeah, I was stuck at Hobby Lobby for probably 5 hours yesterday. My niece is getting married in another month. She's getting married at the beginning of October. And she asked my mom to make all of the boutonnieres and arm things that girls get. Whatever that's called. I don't know what they're called.
Carpet tunnel?
Corsages.
Oh, corsage. Okay.
I think that's what it's called for the wrist. Well, she took forever. So long. And she had orders she wanted 2 different types of pine and some little bitty like rose breast flowers, little white flowers for the boys. And I kept telling Mom, let's go over to the Christmas side and look at the pines over there. And she just kept thinking I was crazy. So I went over there and I started bringing them to her. And we finally went over there and found the stuff she wanted. We just bought a little Christmas tree, 2 little Christmas trees that are this big, and cut them up. But my mom made 2 of them. They look great. Let me, I'll show you a picture. And today she said she didn't like them. And I'm like, we spent so many hours on this. I don't think see, look. Oh. Those are the little corsages. They wanted evergreen with just a little bit of flower on it. For the boys.
Nice.
And she said,
"Hey, Whip, I don't know if you grew up in Wisconsin or Illinois and Wisconsin, but we used to go. There was a place you could drive through to get beer. It was called the Turtle Tap, and I think it was in either Beloit or it was Janesville. I can't remember now, but that's what we used. That used to be the MO, man. Roll through the drive-through, roll out. Buddy had the ID done.
Now, is Beloit and Madison, they're almost like right next to each other, aren't they?
Madison is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from there.
Oh, wow. My buddy went to Beloit College. And then we went to Madison to go to Gary Gygex's first comic book shop.
Bunny Vampers making fun of the way I'm saying Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I don't know. Everybody makes fun of me how I say the name of my town that I live in here. Around here, They say, where do you live? And I say, Dayton, Tennessee. And they go, Dayton? I don't know how they say it, but it's like they all make fun of how I say it. And it's like, how else do you say Dayton? It's just a suburb of Chattanooga.
Now you open up another debate here. Is it, Cancer Train say, is it Hobby Lobby the store that was caught buying artifacts from ISIS a few years back?
I don't know.
Anything about. Oh, yuck, buddy. I can't believe you've got it now. She got the nasty bug everybody seems to be getting.
Oh, man.
Well, at least you got time before the
Clash?
The clash to get better.
Yeah, that is one stinky bug, man. I tell you, this one's been different than the others, I think. I mean, I never got any of the others.
The first time I had it, it took me probably 6 weeks to get back to feeling, and I still don't have the energy I had before it happened.
Oh, do you remember we were in a discussion after one of the streams with a group of people, and somebody said that they didn't think anybody with O negative blood could
that
get
was
it.
Me that said it to you because my buddy was.
You know what? I'm O positive.
Oh, you are O positive.
I'm not O negative. So that's why maybe I was super resistant, but not 100% resistant.
I'll have to call him and tell him you were a mistake. Oh, no. That's all the drop it took to crack my wife's screen the other day.
Oh, no.
Mine's good. Danny's only had that phone a month, and she's cracked the screen already.
I bought this big-ass thing.
I got the same thing, man.
And then it's rubbery, and then it has a secondary case that fits on it that snaps to your pocket, so you can have it super heavy, but it's so freaking heavy I can't handle walking around with it when the second one's on. You
have to have a belt if you own an S22 to keep your pants up. You can't roll shorts with no belt.
Oh my gosh. And I wear sometimes these spandexy underwears like this. You see that? If you wear these underwear with these shorts and you put that phone in your pocket, it just slides right off. Did that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's just, they're way too heavy.
All Danny, it was on the couch. Is all it was. The dog jumped up on the couch. The phone went down to the ground. She didn't think nothing of it. Then later that night, she was looking. It cracked her whole screen.
You want to know what I do? If I'm going into the store by myself, I leave it in the car. But if I'm taking my mom into the store, I put it in her purse every time. But guys, she pushes a cart. I go and get her a cart when she gets out of the car so she can hang on to the cart to push because she prefers that than her cane. So it's not like she's holding the purse the whole time, but I still think it's really funny because they're so heavy.
Speaking of Austin, there's Mr. Austin now. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, howdy, gentlemen, listening as I'm driving home from covering some Friday Night Lights action. Hope you all are well. Go Pack, go.
Hey, who ended up winning that game last night? Packers or the Chiefs? I watched it after I watched the first 3 quarters while I was eating pizza and after my stream, and then I was so tired I just went to bed because it didn't matter.
Well, it is preseason. I don't even watch preseason half the time. I watch it the first few weeks just to get a feel what rookie receivers and running backs might be worth the crap to get in a later round in my fantasy, and that's about the only purpose of it.
Yeah, they were playing 4th string and 5th string guys that I'd never even heard of. Or guys that I think they signed them just to see how they would do for the game.
What's going on, First Class? Good to see you. Then Lonnie, 18 Looney Tunes came in. What's going on, Lonnie?
I saw my favorite walrus, new local Austin, is in the house. That guy is a super cool guy. Someday you'll have to hang out with him for a few hours. He's so cool.
He lives in Texas, right?
Yeah.
So you must have saw him at Alcacel Dallas one year, or?
Yeah, last year, and I was looking forward to this year, but I ended up getting sick. So actually, I wasn't sick until I got home, but we were going to make people sick if we stayed, so we left. So, yep. At least he didn't get sick and Jeff didn't get sick. I would have felt bad if those guys got sick. And I'm really bad about like picking stuff out of my teeth and not washing my hands and then shaking people's hands.
Oh, he says this, so you may not get as many handshakes at the next event, Ed.
Better chance I won't get sick.
Yeah, which hand are you? Okay, give me your other one.
Oh, I pick with both. And then I wipe it on my shoulder, so if you hug me, there's a chance.
You're going to have a little piece of something from Ed when you get home.
Oh, yeah. And I eat lots of meat. Oh, man, I'm retarded. I don't know.
We'll see how it goes, Travis. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to see Ty do well.
So, if you were picking your first pick right now, who would it be?
Ed, you know I won't disclose that.
I would probably pick that guy from Indianapolis, that running back.
Guy?
The running back. Is his name Taylor? Tyler?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I think he's your guaranteed number one guy.
If it pays to go running back in this league first, because you need so many receivers for the way we play.
Yeah.
And the receiver, remember last year how fast all the receivers went?
Yeah, and what's crazy is this year, all the receivers that are the best are on different teams. So you have no idea if Tyreek Hill is going to be good in Miami or not. If Adams is going to be good. Is it Adams that was real good for Green Bay?
Well, this was also a great year for receivers. There's a ton of rookie receivers coming up that will be game changers this year, I think.
Oh, Cooper Kupp, though. He stayed on the same team, and he had one of the greatest individual outputs of all time.
And the three-headed monster still in Minnesota. You still got Thielen, you still got Jefferson, and you still got Cook.
Now, who's your tight end?
Irv Smith.
I think it'll be good to get away from Rudolph just because it seems like I bet you he reemerges, but
he is already.
He used to be your go-to man, and
you saw who he's playing for this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brady's going to be throwing it to him.
But I used to draft him every year as like my 5th or 6th, and he always ended up in the top 4. I don't know why people always look down on the poor guy.
I never did. I love the guy.
Well, you know the team. Normally, I don't play with too many Vikings. That's what's so crazy about this draft is we got Bears fans, Chiefs fans, and we just don't have any Detroit fans. But we got the whole conference right there.
I thought Mike was playing. Mike ain't playing with us?
Mike who?
Fish Tank Barn.
No, I don't think Mike plays.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay.
No. Oh, but if you guys could please put your name either in the name of your team or use your mascot. So like Fantastic Freaks could have Finley because you see like right now his name's up there. Dante Adams right there. Like if he uses that as his logo and he could have whatever name. That way we know who we're playing, you guys. It makes it a little more fun when you know who you're playing that week, I think.
Well, and the other thing, too, is I don't think people know that there's back chat. You can actually talk smack to people and send them messages through the fantasy. I think I was the only one talking smack last year. Nobody would play with me, Ed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
a nice guy.
Well, you would answer. I mean, you told me, do you think I'm stupid? Because I made you some trade offer last year. Like, nah, I think I'll just stick with this.
Yeah, but I'm a nice guy, so I'm not going to say that you're stupid.
Yeah. It was just funny the way you responded. Yeah, you know what, Kenny? I like this guy. I think I'm going to keep him.
I'll try better to answer anybody's anybody who trash talks me this year, we'll make sure that I respond, and I'll try to remember to bring it up on the Friday night. We'll put up the best trash talk on Friday Night Lights every week. How's that sound?
Oh, yeah. So Fantastic Freak says, Dan Aquatic, the three-headed monster is good, but Cousins will keep them in second in the North. Jokes aside, Vikes are a playoff team if they stay healthy. Yes, they are. And this should be, God, I'm praying, last year of Cousins. I'm praying.
You know, what we ought to do is have everybody who has a team from the city that they like give us their opinion of their best fish store. So, do you know any of the fish stores in Minnesota?
Nope.
Well, the Mod Guppy does, and he loves Minnesota too. So maybe he could tell us. You could be Seattle's. You could be the Seahawks guy.
Now, is that? I always thought Peter was on the West Coast or East Coast.
Peter's in Missouri.
Missouri. Okay.
He's in Joplin, Missouri. But he used to work on the West and the East Coast. He's worked in San Francisco and
yeah. For some reason, Chicago, I always with his accent, I always thought he was from New York.
Nope, he's from Minnesota.
B Wizzles want to know: can you still sign up for fantasy football?
B Wizzle, I'll tell you what. Like, I haven't heard from Big J yet, and we aren't for sure who that other guy is. Send me your information, and I promise what I'm going to do is I've got 4 guys already. Those 4 are going to get the first 4 spots.
I didn't know we were still hunting down Big J. I think I got his cell. Hold on.
Oh, okay. We've got Jimmy P asked to not play this year. So we got his spot, but it's filled. We needed 2 more spots to make 12. And then somebody quit, I think, before the year happened. So we got all 4 of those spots filled. And then if Jimmy P decides that he does want to play, though, man, we're going to get him in there one way or another. Because Jimmy P's our man. But B-Wizzle, send me I need your email that will work with Yahoo, because it's all Yahoo related. And then I'll throw you an invite through that. And once we get the teams exactly, all 12 teams on both conferences set, we'll tell you if you're at the 11 o'clock or the 2 o'clock draft.
And we will be streaming both. So for those that have never played before, like if you're at a 1 o'clock draft time, might be good for you to sit in a live stream and watch what we're doing and how we're drafting, so you get a feel how it goes.
And Kenny E loves to be asked fish questions while he's in the middle of a draft.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind.
I know. I think it's fun to have that extra element of surprise. But luckily, most people ask cichlid questions versus guppies, so what have you? Whip. Yes, Whip is one of those 4 guys.
Whip made it?
Whip is going to be in there.
Is he another Bears fan?
No, he's a Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah, that's
it is weird that I know everybody's teams. Rockin' Fish also loves Pittsburgh.
My daughter's a Pittsburgh fan. There's a name I haven't seen in a while. Dobeck Aqua Designs, how are you?
You know, I am so excited to watch Pittsburgh games this year. I know that sounds weird, but I was watching their quarterback in college last year, and I kept saying, God, I hope Pittsburgh drafts this guy and he becomes the next Bradshaw, you know, like the next super name.
The little Miss Adele's here. Collaboration of Curiosities. How are you, Adele?
Hi, Adele. But I'm just so Adele, not Adele. But I'm so proud of Pittsburgh for drafting their homegrown boy.
That homegrown boy, I think, is going to be the starter too.
I love it, man. I love it. I absolutely.
He's been playing some good ball. I think that kid's got a real shot at taking that job before the season even starts.
I love my Chiefs, but I really enjoy watching good football everywhere. You know, as long as it's like not New England.
I'm more of I like watching good. I would much rather see a 3-0 game than a blowout, 44-42 type game. I love good defense, smack you in the mouth football. That's
my nephew's football team in the first 5 minutes was down 21-0 tonight.
And they came back and won that game, though, right?
No, this is tonight's varsity game.
Oh.
My sister said that the other team came out and they were all doing drills like normal teams, and then she videotaped their side, and she calls it herding guinea pigs. So they just bend over. I called it rolling a ball. But they're just walking around with their hands between their feet, rolling something that's not there or pushing. I don't get it. But if I go, like, he's starting JV. And
okay, you tell your sister, get with the school. I'll come stay with you for 6 months that it takes, and we'll go be their football coaches. To heck with them.
Oh my gosh, they would have a turnaround of a team just like that. But the stupid coach only plays like the top 12 kids or the top 14 kids.
You can't do that, man. You got to give them breathers, man.
My nephew, he's playing on their JV starting team. He's a junior, so it makes sense. He's never played football before, but he's playing offense, defense, and special teams. He doesn't come out, and it's so stupid. You don't pick your top 14 kids. You pick your top 22, and then you rotate other guys for your special teams. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. I got nuts on that. I get very angry. Oh, my God. I just found out that Austin's wife is a Raiders fan. Maybe she's a Red Raiders fan, and she loves Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm sure if they go someplace, you're going to hear about that trade all year, Austin.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I didn't even think about that, poor guy.
Yeah, he's going to have to, every time Devontae scores a touchdown, he'll be hearing about it.
What I think is interesting, though, is Carr and him played together in college. So they do have chemistry before they even got there.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good together. Miss Fantastic Freaks, if I were you, I would set up like a pillow wall, and every time that guy scores, dive up and act like you're doing the Lambeau leap for him. That way he feels like you're still part of Lambeau.
Oh, Skipper's here. And Paul.
What's going on, Skipper? Good to see you, man.
I miss Paul and Skipper.
I'll be seeing Skipper in about 30 days.
I think 35 Skipper days. Is a Pittsburgh fan. I wonder what Johnny's favorite football team from Dan's Fish. Where did he come from? He came from somewhere south.
Well, he's in here somewhere.
Yeah, I just saw his name. Did he come from Colorado? Or Ohio?
I'm sure he'll tell you.
Darn it, Johnny. I'm sorry I forgot. I'm from Alaska.
Kenny has ideas.
Alaska. My sister's from Fairbanks, Alaska.
So that is the one guy that moving out in the middle of Wyoming probably didn't bother him because Alaska's already desolate. So,
well, maybe he lived in Juneau, though. Maybe it's a little bit bigger town. Or Anchorage. Poor guy. Oh, then he moved to Kentucky. So, yeah, I don't know if he's moving up in the world or not. I think he might be. Oh, I'm sorry for everybody in Kentucky. For John.
Well, that particular state did leave a bad taste in a lot of our mouths, you know?
Or it took the taste out of our mouths.
Yeah. Oh, hey. John's going to get us now talking bad about his state, man.
I can do that because that's our rival state. You know, every state has a rivalry. What's your guys' rivalry? Is it Washington?
Here, yeah. No, here both Washingtonians and Oregonians can't stand Californians.
Oh, okay.
But I don't care. I mean, I'm a Midwest guy. I could give two craps, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm a Midwest guy, but I still hate Alabama.
Well, everybody hates Alabama football team. I mean, it's
I know. It's like New England.
yeah, they're like the Yankees of, you know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I'm looking forward to even watching college ball. Oh, there's Scuba Steve.
What up, Scuba?
Scuba will make sure that they don't beat me up in Kentucky.
They say, why y'all dissing my state?
No, I mean, really, Kentucky has the best chicken in the world. KFC. I know that it was originally started in
I don't know, buddy.
Utah.
I like me some Popeyes, man.
Oh man, I love original KFC with that gravy and oh man, KFC. It's my game.
And I just dropped that. Lori did post the Fishtoberfest link for Fish Fam Link. So if you guys are living in the Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, heck, if you live anywhere in the country, you should be at Fishtoberfest. This year is going to be amazing.
Now,
I can't wait.
I got a question. Is there all the vendor space been sold?
Nope. Still have a few tables left.
Oh, wow. Well, who are a couple of the cool vendors if I would go to try to buy like something cool at?
There is Pisces Aquaria, which is an amazing aquascape store. And I mean, just what you'd learn from them by just going to their table, not to even mention the products they'll have. Then you're going to have Shrimp Envy there, which those guys are awesome shrimp people. Sell their own, they got their own food line, everything. Cool people. Then you got Aquaria Life. You got World of Wet Pets. I mean, there's just a ton of them. And then a ton of my members of Greater Portland Aquarium Society to breed a lot of cool fish will be there with their fish.
That's awesome. What I don't know if we have a store that specializes in scapes.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, you walk in there and you know you're in an aquascape store. All their fish tanks that they hold fish in are all in aquascape tanks, rimless, cool looking tanks. And they, even though they don't put a lot of stuff in there, they make sure each tank has its own little scape to it. And then they've taken like their display tanks and made these beautiful, extravagant scapes out of them. So you walk in, I mean, they got like a...
Oh, look. Is that Danny's arm we're seeing?
Danny is feeding fish.
That's awesome.
But wait, what is she feeding? What do our critters get?
Oh my gosh. She's like...
They weren't getting that anymore after we go through this.
Yeah, she says we have to change foods because these guys are trying to get expensive, like the expensive foods now.
Danny's like the Thing. Her arm just keeps popping up in different sides of the screen.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
those guys will actually eat that too.
Well, they've already been fed.
Oh, I always throw some of it in there anyway for the catfish.
No.
You stingy ass woman, you.
Only Oscars, we have a spot for your son. He is taking Jimmy P's spot. So your son has got to make Jimmy P proud.
It's not going to be the same without Jimmy P talking smack, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe he could just come and talk smack and just say what he would have done. He could just say how we messed up.
Yeah.
That's the best position probably to be. But Only Oscar sent me a box today that I unopened. Or no. Unopened? Reopened. Opened? I guess I just opened. I don't know if I don't think I put the video out yet. I think I put Rex's video out tonight. But thank you so much, Only Oscars. You spoil me so bad. She's so awesome. Now, have you met Only Oscars?
I have not met you.
Oh, Does she live out there near you somewhere?
She's in California. Now, I have went on a stream where she was in the stream, and they were showing me her Oscar takes, but I have not met her in person.
I thought she was from Washington. I thought she was north of you instead.
No,
of
she's in Cali.
south.
She's out in the middle of the desert.
Oh, wow. Well, she might be closer to Jimmy P.
She's very close to Jimmy P, I think.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. It's pretty cool. I also used to live in the same town as Jimmy P.
Although I could probably, from here, make it to June in probably 15 hours, I would guess. It'd be like you headed for, you know, Dallas.
What Jimmy P just said, he can play if you want. You don't pay attention to me at all. Well, I always pay attention to him after he points out that I didn't pay attention. Well, Jimmy, we'll make sure that we get you in there somehow. Maybe I'll just accidentally not send the email to Dragon. Whatever Dragon's team is. Oh, that's terrible. That's just terrible. But yeah, we'd love to have Jimmy P in there. Oh, look at what I got yesterday at what's that place called? Hobby Lobby.
Jaws.
It's a pin-up board, a pin board. It's like made of sponge and wood. It's normally $10. Who would pay $10 for this? But it was 90% off, so I bought it for $1, and I'm using it as a coaster that always fits every cup I have. It's like,
shoot.
Oh my gosh, our time.
I got to check and see. Hopefully we're not already smashing poor old Big Tank Hank, huh? Let's see. Big Tank Hank. I haven't seen our mods dropping his link, so maybe he's not going tonight. Oh, he's live. Well, guys, I guess this is where me and Ed are going to say thank you for coming. Want to thank all my super chatters and members. You guys are great. Appreciate the support. All the lurkers and replay crew, appreciate you. And, of course, all of my mods keeping us safe. And all you crazy people come and watch us every Friday night. We appreciate you. Head on over to Big Tank Hank. We'll go, since it's the opening night for me and Ed's new show, Friday Night Lights. We'll go hashtag Friday Night Lights. And we will see you guys 1 week from today. I'll see you Sunday. And Jay, are you going tomorrow night?
No.
Okay.
So
we'll see you guys Sunday on Daniken. Ed will see you Thursday next week.
Yep.
On his Craft Ed show. You guys have a safe week, and we will see you next time. As always, love your fish. All right, here we go.